Don't see me up.
They ain't ready for it. They was sleeping on us, yeah, I know that they were snoring. But they waking up the triple doubles, yeah, we scoring. So cold with it, you might need a coat. K-Dot in the booth with Mike, they the ghosts. We be out here debating, it's all about the conversation. Y'all people be getting mad at the observation that we making. You know it's all fast, there's no cap in the rap, so this podcast. Millennials versus the world. Millennials versus the world. Millennials versus the world. Millennials versus the world.
They ain't ready for it, no, but they ain't ready for it. I'm running so high, yeah, we had to get the sun up. Yeah, now we really on the come up.
From a place, right? We all got a different, route to who we are now, right? It would be ignorant of us to not take the good from whatever portion of our life might have been detrimental, and say, hey, I know that I had success, you know, uh, you know, in whatever field that was, when I acted like that.
That was smooth.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like what
That was real smooth.
yeah, because hey man, because my wife knows there's not a person on this planet that knows more about me
To her.
than her, right?
Yeah.
She came around at a very crucial point in my life.
For sure.
So that means
Nigga was turning that corner.
that I was turning the corner, bro. Hey.
But I don't think there's nothing wrong with that though.
It's nothing wrong with that as long as you turn the corner. You can't be turning the corner for 20 years. The corner can't keep getting longer. You know what I mean? Like it gotta be a straightaway at some point in time.
Factual.
Yeah, bro. And the fact that you transition from that, cause I go through my memories on Facebook. It's
Embarrassing.
Embarrassing, bro. Like I'm glad that I be thinking to myself, who other page did this jank show up on? Cause, bro, I be like, yo, there's no way I said this, bro. There's no way I said this,
and
bro.
you did.
There's no way I said this,
You
man.
slut.
You got a heifer.
Yeah.
Bruh.
you
Yeah,
fucking.
But hey, I ain't gonna say we need it.
Hornball.
I ain't gonna say we need it. But that was
Ass?
part of it. No, like that phase. I'm saying, but it was part of my journey.
I'm gonna say this like I said in the barbershop the other day. I'm gonna say this right, real loud and clear. It's more of a threat if you experience that.
Okay.
Allows you to channel what's not important now, because you've experienced it. If you did not experience that, and then you get married, and then you start going on a club, because
if we translate that into like a dude that's worked 15 different variations of a job.
Bro,
no,
let's intro real quick so we can. We're gonna continue this. This ain't even no. Alright, what up, man? Millennials vs. World Podcast. It's your boy K.Mims.
Mike Umar Johnson.
Yeah,
we got the African hats on deck.
You feel me? Because when y'all see this, the Juneteenth social is this week.
Absolutely. I mean, at this point, what's your plans? What you doing? You know, like
if you not pulling up at Exhale Bar and Lounge in DC, we really not talking to you.
Right. Hey, all to the side, I know our jank probably at this point is sold out.
It is.
But you need to be pulling up. You need to be pulling up at somebody's Juneteenth celebration. Like if they got enough awareness to say, hey, we're gonna celebrate. The freedom of our ancestors, and allow us to be where we are today.
Factual.
And you need to be celebrating. You need to be kicking it. You need to be rubbing your feet together somewhere cool.
Factual.
You know what I mean? Like
factual.
I mean, what we doing? I mean, y'all. I know y'all be at. I done went off on a tangent. Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo. Where you be at? You know what I mean? Like.
For sure.
Yeah, where you be at? Cinco de Mayo, 4th of July, where you be at?
All the above.
They be outside with the American
flags on.
With the American flags on.
It ain't no American flags this Juneteenth.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, if you have enough, not even pride, the fact that you act out things that you're not prideful about, right? We just ask you to be prideful about simple celebrations of our freedom. That's it.
And your lineage.
That's it, bro.
But the only spot you get authenticity and entertainment at the same time. But bro, you was blessing the mic. Go ahead, bro.
What I was talking about?
You were saying how we were talking about how you need that phase in your life, and if you didn't have that phase.
I was comparing it to it's. I ain't gonna say it's necessary. I ain't gonna say we need it, right? I'm gonna say if you gotta choose between not having it or having it.
Okay. We don't disagree often, but go ahead. Go ahead.
I would prefer somebody that's had that phase based on the fact of having it and being able to prioritize the experiences, right?
Okay.
Versus somebody that hasn't had the experiences, trying to prioritize them and making a decision based off, non-experiences.
But what you just said, that means you do need it.
No.
If you saying you wish they had it so they know how to prioritize after it. If they didn't have it, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got
this is what I'm saying. Yeah. Okay. This is real shallow, and this is like minute 2, and I'm real shallow. I don't know.
I'm real shallow.
I don't know if I want my lady to experience that phase altogether, like holistically.
Bits and pieces of it.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to be the sole source of it. Now, for this, I'm speaking for all men. For me personally, I'd rather so this can sound like a contradiction, but like, I think it's more dangerous if one person experiences more than the other, unless the person that experienced more really doesn't want that from their partner.
I got
You know what I'm saying? Like, in that situation, I think for me personally, I don't think I really care for if I'm speaking for myself, my wife to experience that, because, bro, body counts can be detrimental or beneficial.
Yeah, I got you.
If you had a bad experience with body counts,
yeah,
it could be very beneficial.
Yeah, because numbers alone won't tell the whole story.
No,
right?
it don't.
Yeah,
no, it don't.
Because if I'm a random guy and a young lady tells me she got 25, right?
Yeah.
That doesn't provide enough context.
Would
for
you
me
date her? She said 25. Y'all having a good time. Drinks, might. Like, yo, this joint a vibe.
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
Y'all dancing. She like, I just want you to know.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
You number 26.
I'm gonna tell you. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. that ain't a deterrent for me.
25?
It's not a deterrent for me. I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
Because I don't have enough context to know how we got to that number, right? I know it's a crazy. It sounds
25.
It's a crazy number.
Yes, it is. Mike, go ahead. I just learned something new tonight.
But if I was to tell her my number, it ain't that crazy no more. You know.
Hey, what's your favorite joint for Juice?
This nigga scared. Like,
go ahead though.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's not that crazy because.
So you was a hoe out here.
What earth we talking?
98.
Oh, back to my wife. Back to my wife, right? There's nothing I can say up here that she don't already know, right?
Hey, I know. You said what earth we talking? Back to my wife. All right, go ahead. Back to you.
I ain't gonna use those that exact.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
But yeah.
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 I'm with you.
Yeah. Like just experiencing life was a little sheltered growing up, so
yeah.
I'm gonna chalk it up. I wasn't mentally stable enough to make the appropriate decisions to not abuse myself in the manner in which wouldn't be beneficial later in life.
I understand what
Y'all
you're saying.
write that down. What I just
you
said. That's the answer for all future questions.
Can you regurgitate that though?
Yeah, absolutely. I was not mentally stable enough to make the appropriate decisions based on the complexity of the environment that I grew up in as a child.
That's that strange. That's that strange LLC. Go ahead.
Yeah, to not abuse myself.
I got you.
Yeah, absolutely. But
hey, that's a nigga that know his shit right there. Go ahead.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Yeah, but bro, you know what? When I think about it, it's hard to say it's necessary.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of, cause I don't ever want to say that like, I'm gonna say is
yeah, cause you got a whole lot of humbleness now.
Yeah. Cause I don't want to say it's a flaw either if that makes sense. Cause when I say it's not necessary, that means I'm only looking at it as a negative, right?
Mhm.
Like, cause I don't ever want to say like necessary or negative stuff is necessary.
For sure.
But if I see those experiences as not negative,
Mhm.
yeah, it's important to go out and experience different individuals if we only not taking the sex part of it. If we talk about the dates, the conversation.
For sure. For sure. For sure.
I mean,
For
the
sure.
sex part is just a small fraction of what it.
How old was you when you learned that though?
About what, 30.
No, hey, bro, real talk, though. Real talk, though.
Yeah,
No
about
cap.
30, about 30, and then like
Bro,
getting to the point you a parent and you thinking like what would be an acceptable response for your kids, right?
Yeah.
Like, and having all girls,
You know what I mean when you have all girls, right?
I'm a trifling nigga.
All right, go
Goddamn.
ahead. Go
And
ahead.
having all girls,
I have a
like,
son, by the way. Just go ahead. Go ahead. Continue.
You a priest.
You feel me? That's a
But
good deal.
but having all girls, I think I not with my battle with myself, but just prepare for those conversations that I know that I probably had to give somebody else that I dealt with had to tell their parents, if that makes sense, bro.
So, my bad, bro. I gotta go in the sneak
And
mode.
this ain't even the topic for the day.
It's really not, but this is what we do.
Yeah, absolutely.
What if one of your daughters were dating
Mm-hmm.
and you saw something you really don't like, but she was super into him, and you just like, nah, I know this guy.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it's you. I'm not
Yeah,
saying you
yeah,
bad. I'm saying
right,
you
right,
just like,
right.
this ain't it.
It depends on are we saying this ain't it far as like danger or this ain't it far as like player?
Player, not danger. Danger don't.
Yeah,
That's an absolute. We don't even deal in that
the
world.
player thing, yeah, I feel like it's my responsibility to state my opinion on it.
Mhm.
Hey, baby, listen, I've been there. This is familiar for me.
Mhm.
I'm not telling you what to do,
Mhm.
but I think it's my responsibility to tell you
Mhm.
what I think this is, right?
For sure.
Based on the evidence, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna build my argument, and you can do what you want with it.
Mhm.
I don't ever want to be in a position where I'm making decisions for her.
For
If
sure.
That makes sense.
For sure. For sure.
Because if I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do now,
Mhm.
we should be able to mitigate as many occurrences like this in the future.
For sure.
Yeah, I'm saying, hey, babe, hey, look, I'm gonna tell you, look a little funny. I'm gonna tell you why.
Yeah.
I know you think I'm old, and I was born in an era where we had black and white, not TVs, but the world.
Yeah, for sure.
Right, I understand.
They really think that though.
Right, I
Yeah.
understand that you think that I'm not cool, and I don't know nothing, and I just want to fuss about, whether or not, the cereal box, how much cereal's in the cereal box when you put it back, right?
For sure.
But feel me on this one.
Yeah.
Feel me on this one. I ain't that whack.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like I know that I'm only here for a couple reasons. As the man in the house,
Mhm.
I know I'm here. If somebody gotta catch a bullet, it's me.
Yeah.
And if somebody gotta tell the truth that it makes y'all uncomfortable about the way dudes act, that's me.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Like everything outside of that,
For sure.
we should be covered between me and your mama. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
hey, you just gotta have a conversation. You can't be, in the words of Derek Grace, second, third.
Mhm.
I don't ever want to be too. I'm gonna quote him, so I'm gonna say some crazy words. I don't ever want to be a parent that's too pussy to say some shit to my kids, and then be mad at them for a conversation that I didn't have with them.
For sure.
Yeah, that's the end of it. Yeah.
Yeah. See, I'm on the other side of the fence.
Okay.
My whole thing with my son is like, bro, I'm gonna get a game,
Right.
but if you do not see me
Right.
treat your mom a certain way,
Right.
don't be out here like hurting people's feelings,
Yeah.
playing with girls' feelings.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he's very, very young. Don't get me wrong, but my thing is, from my aspect, see, I was raised by a woman,
Right.
single parent household.
Right.
My mom was like, if she sniffed anything suspicious,
Right.
Keenan, we don't move like that.
Yeah.
Would you? Well, my mom used to get me with. Can a dude do that to me? Like,
No.
what?
Yeah.
I'll be ready to. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope. Yeah.
And I'd be like, oh nah. She's like, well, don't do that to nobody else. And then from that point on, it was just like, I owe you. The one thing everybody owes somebody in a relationship that nobody wants to talk about,
Uh-huh.
honesty.
Yeah.
I'm not in this for the right reasons. We did what we did, and I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not committed.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I can't.
That's the danger of it, right? Like when you say something, but then, or not even say nothing. When you are portraying yourself as an individual that would like a certain response from a young lady,
Yeah.
and she in her mind she's like, okay, he's told me that he feels this way,
Mhm.
he wants this to happen, but the actions don't show. You know that the actions don't reflect that. I think that's a disservice to the other person and your character, right? Like, right?
So I'm gonna ask the other question. This is a complete flip of the script.
Okay.
When did you know you was by your ways? Because if you just quoting what he said earlier, and y'all can comment on
And
this.
they gonna use me against me.
I am. You said 25. If she said she had 25 bodies, that don't scare you because if you said your number, that's like one.
Yeah.
So when did you know you was ready to become a husband?
That's a great question. When did I know I was ready to become a husband?
Yeah, like yo, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm done.
This is a great
This
question.
is me.
Oh, a two-part answer.
All right.
When did I know that I was ready to become a husband? The first part of it is, when did I know that I was with somebody that was willing to accept me as a husband, right?
Okay, I like that. That's what's
When
up.
they knew.
Can you say that again?
The two-part answer.
Yeah.
When did I know that I was willing to that I was going to be with somebody that was willing to accept me as a husband?
For sure.
Is when they knew the body count
Mhm.
and they gave you the.
Did you say the exact number?
Well, it's worse than that. I told them what I was doing at the time we got together.
Oh, you bold.
And it didn't deter them from. Right.
Yeah.
They knew that and saw something better for me.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Yeah.
Sure.
They saw like, oh yeah, that's cool. But all of that's irrelevant.
Yeah.
Because I'm here now.
Like he hoish, but I can fix that.
Yeah. All of that's irrelevant. Cause he gonna do that to me.
Mike, what?
What do you mean?
Nah, go ahead, man. Go ahead. Go ahead.
The second part to that is when all of that stopped, and I honestly couldn't tell you why it stopped.
All the other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
I feel
Remember,
that. I feel that heavy.
I
I
don't
feel
even
that heavy.
remember
I feel
like
that
making
heavy.
I
feel that
clicking in my
heavy.
mind like, oh yeah, I need to leave them alone. Like it just stopped. Like,
Yeah.
like you just stopped. Like okay, like I'm light skinned today. Like
Yeah.
I ain't responding to that text no more. It's over with.
I'm light skinned. This nigga here.
ain't that text ain't getting no response no more.
Mhm.
Like, next thing you know, you're like, dang, am I in a relationship? You look around like, am I in a relationship?
Mm.
And then like a couple months go by, like, dang, is she in a relationship?
Yeah, buddy.
Like I've been in one, but is she in one?
But I want to hear that husband when he was like, you know what?
Yeah, like
I gotta commit to this thing. I gotta commit to this
and when
thing.
I start making life decisions.
And you know we're gonna be called simps for this conversation.
I absolutely love it.
Me too.
Yeah, because
Continue.
cause can't nobody that's doing some shit call me a simp.
I ain't even going down that bad. You right. I ain't even going down that bad. But go ahead though.
But I knew it was time to play the husband card.
For sure.
When I start like without even thinking about it, start making preparations for like family shit. Oh, you never hit it.
No. I can still get the audio.
I start making preparations for the family shit like.
Mhm.
Out of nowhere, just like start doing it, bro. Like, don't even think about it. Like, don't even say in your head, like, dang, let me think about the family. Like, it just started to happen. Like, you start looking for a place. You need an extra bedroom. You know, bro. It just clicked, and I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna do this, let's go ahead and do it. Like, I think I proposed in November. We was married by April, bro. Cause I said if I'm gonna propose, there ain't no need to like drag this thing.
Yeah, I already thought about it.
Yeah. I done already weighed all the options. Let's go ahead. Proposal. 6 months later, let's go ahead and do this shit.
So who prepped you to be a husband?
Prep.
If anybody.
Right. Prep
if
is
anybody.
Prep is a weird word.
All right.
Cause prep didn't take place.
Mhm.
I had influences of
Mhm.
what a husband should look like, but prep was not a no. I think prep. I think I was only prepped to do things that were considered roles of a man,
Mhm.
but husband nothing. If that makes yeah, like
It do.
husband nothing, nothing. There was not a lesson that I can think about in my head that said, oh yeah, this as a husband, this what happens.
Yeah.
Like as a husband, you do this. There was some things like, hey, as a man,
Mhm.
if you go out with a lady,
Yeah.
don't gotta be yours.
For sure. Hold on, say that again.
If you go out with a lady, that could be your home girl, that could be your best friend, that
Mhm.
could be. This is what you do.
Okay, gotcha.
That ain't got nothing to do with being a husband.
Okay,
That's
alright,
like
gotcha.
if I'm with
Yeah.
so if I'm with one of my homegirls and she goes to the gas station, I'm gonna pump it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
more of like
Chivalry.
man stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't like as a husband, this is your this is the playbook.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 0%. What about you, man?
I was raised by a woman
Okay.
all my life. Shout out to Barbara. I think that the only thing that I was so nobody prepped me to be she prepped me to be a husband, but it was in the sense that like just know as independent as I am,
Right.
it can work with me being as independent.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was never a conversation, but she was just like, yeah, I do all this and I do all this. I'm not gonna say that she has to do all this,
Right.
but know that like there's women that do all this.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Me and my pop's cool now, but at the time, I wouldn't have followed his blueprint.
Right,
You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
I'm not mad at his blueprint. His blueprint is his blueprint. But for me, it was more like, bruh, if a nigga did my mom wrong,
Right.
I'll try to gut him.
Right.
So I ain't gonna do nobody's daughter like that.
But was that blueprint prepping or was it just the influence of what you saw?
I think it was just influence. I don't think I had no preparation. You feel me? Like I don't think because like even with my wife now, I didn't, bro, super
Everyday learning, bro.
super transparent. Like I had just got out of a bad relationship. She was a lying ass nigga, and I was at A&T,
Right.
North Carolina A&T, freshman year, just out of the relationship. You ain't trying to find nobody.
Right. But hold on. You ain't trying to find nobody based off of that's what you've been told.
You feel me? You got. I'm like, damn,
But in
man.
reality, like if something happened, I ain't gonna duck it.
Bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm out here, you know what I'm saying? Every group project is like, yo, what's y'all number?
Yeah.
Let's study.
Yeah.
And I'm in the computer lab trying to get some work done in the dorm lab, and it happened. I'm like, damn. And then as time progressed, it's just kind of like one of the things, like you said, like things that was important on a single aspect wasn't important on wasn't important anymore. Like, yo, bro, it's Thursday. I ain't gonna never forget this club called Lotus in Greensboro. If you know, you know. Yo, what's good with Lotus, bro? I'm like, chilling tonight. I done went to Lotus the past 11 Thursdays.
Yeah.
This Thursday, I'm chilling tonight, bro. I'm good.
Yeah.
And when that stuff started happening, you just like that. I just don't think nobody prepped me because it goes back to that argument we had. I can't remember if it was a pod party.
Mm-hmm.
It was a pod party when we was like,
when niggas eat ass.
no, that's you, nigga. No, that's you. But it goes back to that like saying like you can't really prepare.
No.
What I thought a husband was and what I am right now, two different ends of the totem pole. It's not bad, but what I thought a husband was like, yo, if I make this bread, everything is good.
Shut up.
And then I'm gonna be super transparent. And then one day it was like, you do taxes 1 year, you the bread winner.
Right.
She in school.
Right.
You do taxes next year, you still the bread winner. She get out of school, get that job, you just the bread winner. And I'm like, oh shit.
Right.
My hustle different, so I'm gonna make that up. But it's just like, I just realized, bro,
Yeah.
people put so much emphasis on money. Like
Yeah,
you always hear me
we
say,
we gotta be
like,
defined different than just how much we bring
yeah,
in.
cause it ain't that.
Yeah, yeah,
It ain't that. If I can go to the ATM with a Cash App card and get 20 out
yeah,
with no background check, just an app,
yeah,
and I can go to my bank and get 20 out,
yeah,
then I can go to your bank and get 20 out.
yeah.
Money ain't
Yeah.
the currency ain't what we think it is.
Yeah.
It ain't moving how we think it
It
is,
ain't,
bro.
bro.
Yeah, it ain't.
And even with the like the prepping to be a husband, we don't got insight into the dynamic of the relationships, right? Like
Yeah.
we see it on the surface, but we ain't got like no behind the veil, like the conversations that's had.
For sure.
But it's like I feel like I was more prepped to be a father
Yeah.
because I knew
Not
like you know what I mean. I'm looking at it like okay, dang, he was at everything.
Yeah.
No matter how tired he was,
Yeah.
I was with him all the time.
Yeah.
Like, dang, like this. Oh, he every event. Like, oh, he talking to the teacher.
Yeah.
I'm like, dang. Okay. Like that makes more. There is no veil for that, right? Like that's a direct experience with me.
You know what's crazy about that, bro?
Uh,
I honestly, I don't know what we're gonna name this because we just going, which is great.
right.
I was on the opposite end of it.
Uh-huh.
Like my shit was like because I didn't feel that,
Yeah.
I'ma be that.
Yeah.
And for you, it was like because I seen it,
Yeah.
I'ma be that.
Yeah.
For me, it's just like, bro, I drop my son off and pick my son off at daycare every day. It ain't about, oh yeah, he's involved. Nah, I like to see him before I go to work,
Yeah.
and I like to see him when I get off.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Like I like him.
Yeah, like that's my guy. You feel me?
Right.
But for when fast forward, he'll ride the bus and all that. But I think like I'm the parent that may be at the bus stop just standing there like, yo, what up? You know what I'm saying? Because for me, I think that I don't really know if you would have had so for your example,
Mhm.
you had the visual, you
Right.
had the experience.
Right.
So even if it wasn't, and I'm not saying this, say even if that wasn't what was effective,
Right.
that's what you mirror because that's what you're seeing.
Yeah.
For me,
It felt good to me.
you feel me?
Yeah.
For me, it's just like, damn, I don't know what is.
Right.
I'm throwing bait, nobody bite. Okay, bring it back.
Right.
Throw another bait. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's just like, I just want to be here enough for the dude for Cam to be like, nah, Dad, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Dad, I do like that. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I don't think that we talk about fatherhood in the sense that we don't talk about fatherhood about it's cool to take pictures.
Yeah.
It's cool to be seen on Father's Day.
That's right around the corner.
You feel me?
Next week, matter of fact.
My first one though. You feel me? Your first one. You feel me?
Shot for that.
Yeah, right after that Juneteenth.
Yes,
So,
sir.
you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
But for me, it's like, bro. When I look at it, I'm just like, yo, I waited my whole life for this.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, cause you gotta think about it, bro.
Yeah.
The number one thing about that I learned about being a parent, that I understand my own father now, his brain is not mine.
Yeah.
You can give him examples.
Yeah.
You can try to mold it.
Yeah.
But Mike, when he decide, like,
yeah.
I'm going left.
Yeah. And there's certain things that no matter what you do as a parent, it ain't no answer for it. Like, of course, genetics play a major factor, but them genes got the power based on the environment to turn off and on. Like,
For sure.
He could be 100% you and still not turn out nothing like you. Like,
Man, what?
That's crazy. It's crazy, bro. Like.
So do you think that two people from broken homes can supply a decent home?
Yeah, they can. Based off of
no work, no nothing, just broken. We can make this happen.
Just coming straight from broken
to us, to child.
Yeah. No, it
can,
bro. It can.
Okay.
Based off of, because I don't ever want to say it can't, because it's definitely people out here that take bad experiences and make something of it. But bro, it can, bro. If there was a channel that those negative experiences into positive outcomes, there's no telling what type of external influences they got. They can be
sure.
totally broken home, but they can have enough I guess, positive experiences. Say, alright, that 2 minute conversation with my teacher, I think I know what a mom is like.
Yeah.
You know, like being a mom is like. I know what. Okay, I see her husband drop off lunch every day.
Yeah.
Let me translate that into, okay, if he drop off lunch, I know he like taking the trash out. I know
For sure.
I know what a husband kind of look like.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's possible, bro.
You know what? Sidebar, bro. You know what I think? You know what I think that played a major factor in my life specifically. And no shots at my dad. Dad, if you watch this, I love you, bro. It's no harm to you. I'm just speaking my story. I guess when you talk about that dad thing, before we get into the two broken people, when you speak that dad thing, I guess it's for me. It's like when I look at my son in the morning, look at him in the night, before the pie, when we just up there chilling. How can you leave that? To adventure the world without no type of guidance from, you know what I'm saying? His mom gonna be there.
Yeah.
But I guess my issue with the conversation around who prepped you is like, I guess prepping is like, he got his own mind. He got his own genetic. Even though he has my genes, he got his own genetics.
Right.
And everybody that know me know my son look like his aunt. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody know my son like his aunt. Right. But my thing is like, I'm still gonna be the way he moves about things. Yeah. Like, hey, bro, if this go like this, you gotta do this. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I guess it's hard for me to relate to people that think that raising a child comes from what you know. Right. If you do the best you can and you try to avoid the mistakes that you made, no matter how they turn out, you gotta think that they're gonna do better than you if you avoid the mistakes you made. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? So like for me, it's just like, I look at him and I can't imagine. Oh, my bad. My bad, bro. I'll be there to pick you up tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, my bad, bro. My bad. I know I'm supposed to get you this weekend, but nigga.
But I got a golf tournament. Shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't.
Listen, bro.
I can't rock in that capacity as a dad.
Listen, bro. I know that everybody got their life choices. You know, everybody got their own goals and aspirations.
For sure.
But if I feel like right now, like even with my career now, I've done everything like as flawless as you can do.
For sure.
But that means nothing.
For sure.
If I can't be there for my family.
For sure.
Like it means absolutely nothing.
For sure.
And I'll throw it away.
Yeah.
Like I'm doing in 2 years.
Yeah.
For the simple fact of knowing like my responsibilities are checked out. Like this is what I'm supposed to be doing?
Yeah.
Check. Let's check it off. Yeah.
But you know what though? A lot of people don't know that internal checklist. Yeah. Like you hold on, you said something that was gonna make me say something, but I literally just forgot. You said taking the job that I'm taking, knowing that I'm not gonna be there for my family.
Yeah.
Damn, what the fuck was I
talking about the
cause you hit a point that I wanted to say, but I can't. You said those internal things that people don't realize is like that ain't got nothing to do with nobody. That's the way I'm built. Yeah. Like I'm just not gonna miss certain things that I feel like I didn't want nobody to miss. Yeah. Because bro, you can't get that time back.
No.
You can't get that time back.
And I don't ever want to like have to explain to my kids like, oh yeah, daddy was gone because he was trying to build I was chasing a retirement check. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean?
That's
like,
not the vibe, bro.
That's not. I'm just not built like that.
No.
Like, that's just not me. Like I don't. Especially when I don't got to. Like a check that I ain't gotta chase. Like it's crazy, man.
So do you think that people? Oh, let me comment on the broken home thing. Yes, I do believe 2 people from a broken home can raise a good child.
Right.
But I also believe that child will be raised at the status quo.
Yes.
Yeah. Unless you see trauma. Do you believe in trauma bonds? Mm-hmm. Like, so I think that you can create trauma bonds with your child.
Absolutely.
But, excuse me, you can create trauma bonds with your child. But in my opinion, never deny them the experiences that you did have. I think that's the game changer. Like if we went on some traumatic stuff, you know, me and your mom got together. It was traumatic. I'm going to expose you to things I think that just I wish I did, but it didn't benefit me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like my wife get on me like, oh yeah, we need to go to the museum that he won. I'm like, he's not gonna remember it. But I guess that stimulation he would get from going to those things,
Right.
It has
Right. We don't know what the effects of like what type of interest it might.
yeah. Even though he may not remember it, it still can spark an interest.
Yeah.
That's the type of vibe that I never thought about because I'm like, damn, for as far as I can remember, I'm like, we ain't go to the museum. We went outside and.
Right.
But for my kid, it's just exposure, bro. Exposure. And I don't think that if the two broken people came to an agreement and was like, yo, we broken, but we gonna live from here on.
Right.
Because in a sense, bro, everybody kind of broken.
Absolutely.
Everybody got a little.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Tank, like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because if you ask me, I'll jump. Yo, I had abandonment issues, heavy.
Yeah.
That was my
Me
brokenness.
Too, man. Me too.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm like.
Right.
But now that I don't want to teach my son to feel like you don't need nobody.
Yeah.
It's like you know what I'm saying? It's too dumb. I'm like, I had a better, I'm so quote unquote broken, but I'm like, well, teach my son, hey, bro, and it's like you don't need nobody. That's not true.
Right. Yeah, it don't work like that.
Cause how can I explain to him that I need his mom if I tell him you don't need nobody?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Or how he could potentially need a young lady, down the line.
Yeah, you need that to balance you out. You need
your
teachers. You need your counselors.
Absolutely.
You need your whatever. Like it's just a.
Your peers. That's gonna drive you. Your accountability.
Yeah.
You need them, bro.
Yeah.
You just can't out here thugging it. Yeah. Thugging it just to be thugging it.
Yeah.
When you don't got to.
So I'm gonna ask the question again. God forgive me, I gotta ask him this.
Let me look at the camera.
If do you think, knowing what you know now, having 3 girls,
right?
Do you think that you could raise them the same way you would raise a son with morals and values, or does the game change knowing that you got to instill things in them to view the world a certain way? Does that make sense what I'm asking you?
I think the morals and values is the same across the board.
Okay.
But the perspective will be different.
Okay.
On how
tap into that.
Yeah, like with my young ladies, they gotta see it through a lens of a young black lady, right? They gotta understand the pros and cons of that. They gotta understand not necessarily. I think this is. I'm gonna jump into a Kevin Samuels bag real quick. I'm gonna jump back out of it.
This nigga just ended the pod, right?
Right. I'm gonna jump in it. We gotta be honest, right?
Yeah.
We gotta understand that being a young black lady, the rules aren't made by you.
For sure.
So you have to elect to either play in the game or play by your own rules. These are the consequences of both.
Yeah.
Right. But you have to know that there's 2 different games being played. The option that you can play in the game or out of the game.
Yeah.
I don't have to teach that to my son. Right?
Sure.
Like my son, I can teach him, hey, look, you're a young black man, right? Of course, there's a value, a level or a perspective of success that you can reach, where the outside world may view you differently. Right?
For sure.
But that comes at a cost to your people.
It does.
Right.
Absolutely.
That comes at a cost to your people. You can elect to play that way if you want, right? I'm gonna tell you the benefits. I'm gonna tell you the cons of it, right? Or you can strive to be a representation of your ancestors and do things based on the moral code that I'm gonna give you.
For sure.
Those are only perspective. That's the only difference.
Yeah.
This is how we gonna go walk into the world, right?
You know
it's kind of like it's like being an Africana studies major, right? But I also want to major in computer science, right?
Yeah.
The difference between me going into computer science right now versus being an Africana studies major is me right now. I would go into computer science from a European perspective.
Yes.
Africana studies, I would literally go back to Africa, see computers from an African lens, and say, okay, what's our stake in this, and why would it be beneficial to us before I even touch anything?
Yeah.
that's the difference between men and women, right?
Sure.
Like that.
Y'all didn't see
Millennials,
that history back. Niggas ain't peeping, but I peeped it though. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's it, bro. Like what from based on the rules that we don't have the benefit of making.
Mm-hmm.
How does the world view us? That's
Sure.
that's the difference, bro.
The biggest thing I heard you say when they say from like daughters to sons, you was like, you can either play by the rules or make your own rules. I'm like, damn, you really don't have to make that. To a son, it's just like, it's a different conversation. I ain't gonna get into all that.
Yeah,
But in closing, I'm gonna ask this one question.
Okay.
Is it a father's job to prep you? Is it their job? Or is it a job to make sure that you a good man? Not a good husband, but a good man. Is it a father's job to prep you as a husband or to prep you as a good man?
Good man.
I absolutely
good man only, bro.
Yeah.
Because the goal should never be
I think
husband.
about it. Yeah.
If that makes sense, yeah. That shouldn't
you
be a
find
goal.
that. It's not a goal.
That I would say that's a benefit of the relationship you find.
Boy, that's a whole nother bag going to.
Yeah. As long as you're a good man, hopefully somebody recognizes you as a good man and make you a husband.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Millennials versus the world, man. It's your boy K-Dot Mims.
Mike Umar Johnson.
You feel me? Juneteenth this damn Friday. We out. Oh, Saturday.
Don't tee me up.
They ain't ready for it. They was sleeping on us, yeah, I know that they were snoring. But they waking up the triple doubles, yeah, we scoring.